Guys, so we're out here on the side of the highway. The 2.4 broke down. So the idler pulley right here, the bolt snapped off and it jumped out of time. I went home, got a new one. I got the old bolt out luckily. It was pretty easy to get out. Luckily I didn't use Loctite. But yeah, you can see there's 18 wheelers flying down the highway. I got the canoe on here. I can only open my hood up enough, you know, to not even matter. We got the new idler pulley on. We gotta loosen the timing tensioner, and we gotta put these can gears in time and the bottom one in time, and then I'll be ready to stick it back in time and hopefully have it, you know, ready to start. So just figured I'd update you guys. Figured I'd show you what happened. Maybe some of y'all want to hear it. I don't know how much you're going to be able to hear with the highway flying behind me. But, yeah. Shout out to my mommy for coming and get me. Shout out to my bratty for coming and giving me a ride back. But yeah, let's get some timing done. See you in a minute. Guys, I got it into time. Now I gotta put the valve cover on. I was saving a video for you guys this week of the valve cover. I got the junkyard. I was gonna do an install of it, but now that I got the valve cover off, I might as well change it. So I got it finished anyways. Right here we go. 2.4 16 valve dual overhead cam. Might as well stick it on there while we're here, so just figured I'd let you guys know. Let me get it on there real quick. Still gotta tighten it down, but there it is, looking fresh. Bringing my bay together. I gotta get my box back on there, but let me tighten that valve cover down, and then we can fire it up and make sure she idles. What's up? We out here down at the garage. It's raining like shit, so we pushed the 240 up a little bit. There's a little clip, I don't know when I'm posting it, but the neon broke down on the side of the highway. The idler pulley right here snapped. I tore it all apart on the side of the highway. Came home, got a new idler pulley, stuck it on there, retimed it, and now it's misfiring like shit. These 2.4s are supposed to be non-interferent, so when it jumps time, I shouldn't put in the valves, but there was nothing else touched, so right now what I'm doing is pulling the spark plugs, and we're going to do a compression check and hope to God that I have compression. And I didn't bend valves. If I did, then I'm fucked because I don't have the money for a head gasket or intake manifold gasket or exhaust manifold gasket or any of that fucking shit. I don't even know if I have a spare head. I probably do have a spare head around here somewhere, but just the fact that this shit happened, you know. So right now I'm going to pull the plugs and we're going to try the good old compression tester and test the compression. So that's all I can do. So pop these plugs out. I'll be back. Hey guys, so here's cylinder number 2. There's a conclusion into what's wrong with the car. Don't let your friends tell you the 2.4s are non-interference, because obviously they are. The only thing I can come up with is that since I have 2.0 cans in here, that's why it made it bend valves. But that sucks, because I don't have the time or the money to fucking put a head back on this thing again. Oh boy, let's go look through the junk we got now, since we know what's wrong with it. That fucking sucks, dude. Bent valves in my fucking head. Pretty sure I have a spare head right there, I do. Let me pull that bitch out of here and see what we got. Because that one, the fucking cam caps are stripped out on it. I was contemplating on retapping it, but we'll see how it goes. I'll let you know. Guys, so we're tearing her apart. I already disconnected the injectors and pulled this wiring harness out of the way. I drained the antifreeze out. Now I'm going to remove my thermostat housing And then I'm going to remove the intake manifold with all these little bolts. You guys have seen this before. If you haven't, go check out my video on how to time a neon. Basically right now we're just prepping it to tear the head off, and I'm going to pull the head off and wait until hopefully my awesome girlfriend buys me a head gasket and an exhaust gasket, because luckily I have a reusable thermal intake manifold gasket. I already cut myself though. That's crazy, ain't it? Cut myself right on that zip tie right there. Fucking freaker. So yeah, probably gotta move the throttle body out of the way too. Fuck, I didn't plan on taking the throttle body off. That's why I disconnected it. Whatever. Gotta take it off too, unless I just get a wrench in there, but still it's gonna be hard with that air control valve right there. So yeah, gotta find a battery. There's one on the charge. Just do my battery on there because I'm lazy. Come over here and get me a 10mm. And start removing shit. Make a movie. To the side. Thermostat. It's gonna stay in there because it's just gonna cost me a 13. Basically, all you need to tear these curves apart almost is a fucking 10 and a 13. It tears almost every freaking bolt off of the car. You gotta move that out of the way. So, if you guys want to see me fix this car faster so we can go back to 240 videos, hit up Shane on Instagram at that_neon_channel and tell her, please buy Joe a head gasket because he's a poor ass white boy who can't afford shit. That's the truth. Let me pop this throttle body off and then we'll... Only 13 I need to take the intake off. Actually, there's one more 13 right there. I just put this valve cover on there too last night because I was hoping that, you know, I had this head, like, the valve cover off anyways to time it. I was like, I might as well just stir this on because I was going to make a video, but that shit looks fresh as fuck, dude. Anyways. Don't tear. Thank you. Lay my throttle body to the side. Try not to tear this fucking throttle body gasket because they're fucking hard enough to get. You gotta order them. Basically, just remove all these little tins. Wish I had my magnet, but I don't even know where it's at. Actually, I do know where it's at. I'll be back after I get all these stupid bolts out. Nobody wants to watch this. The intake off, and the throttle body. We just laid it up here. Just gonna sit there for now. Now, I guess next is to pop the timing cover off. I'll take it out of time. Well, first I'll pop the valve cover off. I don't know why, but I gotta take the head bolts out sooner or later. I gotta take the exhaust manifold off. Remove the coil next, just to get it out of the way. So, like in the couple videos ago, to remove the freaking coil pack, just these 10s. I'm lazy, so I only put 2 in mine. Wow, and I can't focus for nothing. Of course. I just had all these off, but for some dumb reason I put them back on. Put it in my storage bin that they call 240. What's next? Probably taking that exhaust manifold off. That's what the 13 is right here. The rest are 10s. Let me crack all those off here, and I'll be back. Guys, before you take it out of time, or loosen any of the timing, you're going to want to make sure you loosen these cam gears up. The bolts, wow, I can't breathe. I also removed all the exhaust manifold bolts and put those back in there. I removed these 2 motor mount bolts. I've put a jack underneath the motor. Now I'm going to remove this 19 right here, or 18. And then I can move this mount out of the way, and I'm going to remove this with 3 13 millimeters underneath. And once I get that removed out of the way, I will be removing this mount right here, which is 3 15 millimeters. One there, and one underneath in the same spot. After I remove that, I will be back. Guys, motor mount's removed. This motor, the mount adapter and the mount is removed. Now we're going to move this Stratus mount, which we're going to need a 15 millimeter wrench. What's up, bro? It's my shop dog. Everybody got their shop dog. There's mine. My other one's sleeping right there. She's lazy. He's actually not that lazy. I guess my flush. I don't know. I guess not. I don't know why it seemed like it got darker, but whatever. That one busted loose. Bust this one loose. The job of getting this motor mount out of here is such a pain in the nuts. You gotta jack it up to get this bolt out, and then you gotta lower it to get the bottom bolt out. Such a hassle. Neither one will come out, you know. Unless you jangle it around a little bit, jingle jangle. But whatever. I got these neons down pat so much that, you know, it's another day. Anybody local who knows how to tap and die stuff professionally, if you can get a hold of me within like the next couple days, it'd be awesome, because I really want to put my built head back on here, and a couple of the cam cap bolts are stripped out, and I just can't put that back on there like that. But it's got a professional port and polish job. It's even been stamped right here, P&P. Right there, 2010, port and polish professionally. And you can see how nice the ports are on the front of it. They're so clean, done professionally, and it's got you know, the Crowder valve springs and retainers, the road lifters. It has one fucking stage 4 cam in it, because the other one's right here snapped in half. Whatever. So yeah, popping this thing apart. We got that off. Now we need a 15 to get that one out of there. Slap that one on there. Stick it in there like that. Break her loose. This video is going to be how to tear a neon apart in half an hour. I'm barely 10 minutes into this, and I've already got the intake, the exhaust, the coil off, almost topped out of time. This is the only bolt that will actually slide out. Crazy, right? This one will have to come out first. Honestly, actually, the other one has to come out first. If you see, it's just not enough, so Usually it's not enough. Yeah, actually might have got it out this time. Oh, sweet, dude. That's the first time I ever did that. Now all I gotta do is jack it up a little bit. I can get that one out of there, maybe. Let me jack her up a couple more times and I'll be right there. Alright, we jacked it up a couple more inches and you can see I didn't jack it all the way up a couple different times, but whatever. Look at that, dude. That's groovy. Maybe that's why it broke. I don't ever remember seeing that either. Probably from where it actually snapped off and was sitting in there for a minute. Cracked my damn timing cover. Oh well. Move that out of there. Let's sit with the other motor mounts. Alright, now we're to the timing. Then we're going to loosen this, I want to say 13 millimeter. Let's make sure. It might not fit the socket in there. Oh, it actually did fit. Cool. Stick that on the ratchet. Come on. It's so hard to do this stuff with one hand. Put your hand for a second. Crack it loose. Got it loose, and now you're going to need a 1/4 inch drive ratchet. Bang. Accidentally turned the ratchet the wrong way. I mean, I didn't turn it the wrong way. I accidentally pushed the stop button. Now that's loose. Put your ratchet back because I don't like my tools all over the place. Timing belt's out of the way now. Slide that down. It wasn't this tensioner that was rubbing. I wonder where that gnarly groove came from. Let's look at the other tensioner. Idler tensioner pulley thing. Wherever I put it. There it is. That is super gnarly grinding into there. I wonder what's up with that. You see all the metal shavings and shit? Must have got... Oh, it's probably... I honestly don't know why I did that. Whatever. It's fucking done now, so... I'm gonna move that off of there. Oh, you can move your cam gears now. One... Fit these to the side. I'm gonna move this off here, which I'm pretty sure is not a 15. So that means it's a 17. Yep. There, ratchet again. That bitch loose. This is our new idler pulley. This is what broke off. Luckily, I got lucky enough that the bolt was still loose, and I got a pair of not vice grips, needle nose, and spun it enough that I could get it out with my finger. Yeah, this idler pulley looks just fine. It didn't rub that mount at all. I wonder what's up with that. Full begins. Look at that shit though. That's pretty gnar. Never seen that hat before. It looks like the timing belt's even rubbing in there. Looks like we have a little clearance issue. We're gonna have to take care of that. Where's my belt? Belt looks fine now. There's a little rub on it, but I can deal with that. Got them take these little 8mm out. There's only 2 of them holding it down to the head. So we're gonna pop those 2 8s out. And put some of my tools back. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we just popped these 2 8s out of there. Like I said, now you can see this cam cover's loose. I think I'm gonna pop this one out too real quick. Just so I can have that little extra tug on it so I don't break it up. I just got this timing cover if y'all don't remember. Forever I was rocking it without a timing cover just because that's how we roll. Crack that one loose. Put it up here to the side with these. Alright, move over here. We're going to pop the cam gear, that cam sensor off real quick. Crack. Crack. Move this. Lay this thing to the side so it doesn't get damaged in the process. I think we're going to remove the valve cover next. And then the cam caps. And then we're going to take it out of time. I mean, take the head off. I was thinking about saving it until tomorrow, but, you know, see you in a minute after I get this wiped off and put it away. Okay guys, I think we're just going to remove this valve cover real quick so it's all these little 8s going all the way around. Same with dual cam valve cover. The only thing different is the SRT, it has an extra bolt or 2. That out of the way. Pop this valve cover off, lay it to the side. I don't know where, we'll just lay it right here for now. We're gonna take that with us tomorrow though, so actually can't sit there. Now to remove all these, we're gonna remove the cams, yeah. So to start this process, just make sure there's nothing obvious in here. So yeah, we're gonna remove all these little 8mm. You always start from the middle and work your way out. I usually loosen all these 10s up first and then remove all the 8s. That's just me. So I'm gonna crack them all loose with the ratchet, and it's gonna take 2 hands. So see you guys in just a minute or 2. Guys, we got them all cracked loose with the ratchet. Now we're gonna take them all out with the impact tool because I'm super fucking lazy and I'm trying to be quick because I want to get to bed. I'm fucking tired. Oh shit, let's see if we can find a spot to set you guys up. Let's hope you can see everything from there. I'm sure you'll be able to see some of it. The rest of the 10s. Hopefully y'all seen some of that. And now we're gonna stick the 10mm on there. Pop that off. Oil smells like shit. Alright, very important with these cams, guys. The cam caps, more or less, is they gotta be in order, dude. You cannot take them off and put them in the wrong order, or your car, you'll fuck your cams up every time. So if this one comes off here, it has to go back on this one. They're in order, but they gotta be on the right side in the right order. They just gotta be right, dude, or you can cause some catastrophic damage. So let me find something real quick. I guess I'll use this box right here. Even though this head is pretty much junk right now, I still want to keep my shit. So put these in order the same way, same direction. I don't know what other car, if all the other cars are like this in the world, but I know Dodge Neons is very important to have your cam caps in the correct order that they came off. Left going that way, and right going this way. Why does this one have missing bolt? It's because one was stripped out a little bit and I stuck a bigger bolt in there. It was actually a 10mm bolt. No big deal. It was still tight whenever we tore it apart. Let's move this box out of the way. We're going to need a flathead to bust that one loose. Wipe my fingers off. Yeah, I gotta get a flathead screwdriver. Dun, 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 dun. Baby destroyer. There's like a little edge right there. You can stick it in. You see those little holes right there? Normally you can get the screwdriver in there and pop them loose. I don't know why it's being such a Jew. Man, that's the hardest I've ever had. Oh no, I'm about to... Well, you seen what I gotta do, guys. I just pulled the cam up a little bit, so that worked. Move our last cam cap off of here. Bam! Cam caps are off, and now the cams can be removed. And that's why we moved the cam cover out of the way. Take our cam. Get over here somewhere out of the way. Just gonna lay on top of this head right here. Same with this cam. Slide your cover out of the way. Pull your cam up and out. Maybe. Why does it feel like a magnet in there? Alright. There was 5 minutes of fucking nonsense wasted. Got our cams out of there. You can leave your lifters in there if you want. I mean, your rockers or whatever you want to call them. I'm just going to wrap them up in a rag real quick, just so they're not falling all over the fucking place like that one right there. And then to remove your head bolts, right there they are. You had to remove the cams to get to the head bolts, where I would have just left them in there. But yeah. So let me get these rockers out of the way, and I'll probably bust these head bolts loose, and then we'll be finished for the night. I'll see you guys after I get these shit out of the way. Guys, all the lifters are removed. Now I got my breaker bar out with an adapter to a 3/8 because I can't find a freaking 15mm and a 1/2 inch drive. So whatever. Where's my beer? I need a drink. You know, everybody. Oh, there's my beer. Yeah, you know we drink. Psych. Have a vagina, I don't drink. But anyways, crack those two. Now we're gonna break the rest of them loose. Totally off topic though, because I can't do that with one hand. Who else going to H2O? I was just curious because I was contemplating on going there. It's this weekend. Probably won't even have this video out in time. I don't even know why I asked. So just ignore that. See if I can find a spot to set this up. Perfect. Yeah, who else going to H2O or if you did go, who went? Let me know. You got some pictures, add me on Instagram. I've said my name enough times that everybody should know my Instagram name. Again, That Neon Channel, all one word, _2.0. Just curious. I want to see some pictures of some of the cars. I know there's a standstill Neon SRT4 that goes. He's got a camo fender. I'm just curious. I'd like to see if anybody got a picture of it. I don't even know. The guy might even follow me on here. I do a lot of informational videos. After we get this head off of here, definitely gonna call it a night. Well, we might go to OCC. We ain't got nothing better else to do. I mean, if my car wasn't broken, it'd be a lot nicer. But we do have Shay's, so, and hers always looks way nicer than mine, so I'd probably want to take her car instead anyways. Dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, ocho, nueve. And that's as high as I can count to.